The digestive system. The digestive system is composed of organs working together to get nutrients from the food you eat. Food passes through a long tube inside the body known as the alimentary canal or gastrointestinal tract or GI tract. The alimentary canal is made up the oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestines, large intestines, and anus. There are also several important accessory organs that help your body digest food even if the food do not pass through them. Accessory organs of the digestive system include the teeth, tongue, saliva glands, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. When you eat food, it needs to be broken down into a form that can be absorbed by the body. For instance, when you eat a mango as it is, it needs to be cut into smaller pieces. Each piece of the mango becomes smaller and smaller as it mixes with various substances. When they are small enough to be absorbed, it is distributed to the different parts of the body. There are two types of digestion. These are mechanical and chemical. In mechanical digestion, the food is broken down into smaller particles. This usually happens in the mouth through the action of the teeth and tongue. In chemical digestion, the food particles are broken down into nutrients and other substances that cannot be absorbed by the body. This also starts at the mouth and continues in the stomach and small intestine. The digestive system is made up of groups of organs that work together to digest food so it can be used by the body. It consists of the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and the accessory organs that includes the saliva glands, gallbladder, liver, and pancreas. Can you describe your mouth? What do you find inside your mouth? Mouth. It is the first part of the digestive system composed of teeth and the tongue. The tongue and the teeth are involved in the digestion of food in the mouth. There are different kinds of teeth and performs different functions in the digestion. Incisors, front teeth with sharp edges for biting and cutting the food. Canines, pointed teeth which grip and tear the food. Premolars, crush and grind the food. Molars, flat teeth used for chewing the food. The tongue also helps push the food into the mouth while chewing. When chewing, the food is softened and moistened by the saliva from the saliva glands. Saliva contains enzymes that digest starch. Esophagus. The chewed food, which is now called bolus, passes through the pharynx and then to esophagus. The smooth muscles of the esophagus contract in a rhythmic and wave-like motion. This is called peristalsis, and it pushes the bolus down to the stomach. Stomach. It is a muscular bag-like organ that temporarily expands to store food. As the bolus enters the organ, the sphincter muscle at the end of the stomach contracts to keep it in. The churning action of the stomach breaks down the bolus into smaller food parts. The bolus is also mixed with acid. Because of this, the bolus changes consistency. It is now called chyme. The chyme is then pushed into the small intestine. Small intestine is a long coiled tube, and most of the digestion takes place in the small intestine. It adds substances from the chyme to break it down further. It also absorbs the nutrients from the food and prepares it for circulation throughout the body. The undigested food particles are not absorbed and pass on the large intestine. Accessory digestive organs. There are also other organs that secrete substances in the stomach or small intestine to aid in digestion. These accessory digestive organs are the liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. Liver is the largest organ in the body and is located near the stomach. It produces bile that helps break down fats. The liver also stores nutrients like carbohydrates and releases them once needed. Gallbladder is a small sac under the liver where bile is stored. During digestion, the gallbladder releases bile into the small intestine. Pancreas is an elongated organ behind the stomach. It secretes substances that help break down protein and fats in the small intestine. It also produces insulin, which regulates the amount of sugar in the blood. In the small intestine, final digestion takes place. The digestive juices in the small intestine change the food into thin, soluble substances that can pass through the villi. From the villi, the digested food goes to the bloodstream and is distributed to the different parts of the body. Large intestine. In the large intestine, water from the undigested food is absorbed. The indigestible food materials is broken down until only the parts not useful to the body are left. This waste will be expelled from the body in the form of feces. Rectum and anus. The last sections of the alimentary canal are the rectum and anus. The rectum provides a temporary storage for the feces before they are excreted. Peristalsis of the smooth muscles in the rectum pushes the feces out of the body through the anus. Proper care of the digestive system. Eat food rich in fiber to regulate bowel movement. Example are fruits and green leafy vegetables. Avoid eating too much spicy and fatty foods. Eat less sweets in between meals. Sweet foods can destroy one's appetite for the regular meals. Avoid buying uncovered ready-made foods. They are easily contaminated by bacteria. Eat slowly and chew the food well. Well-chewed foods are easily digested. Avoid swallowing big chunks of food to prevent blocking the pharynx. Avoid eating too much at a time to prevent indigestion. Drink plenty of fluids every day.